Hey folks, welcome to another video here on the channel. Today I am playing a course I've never been to before, but one that a lot of people in the Southeast know about. It's the Hiller Disc Golf Course out in Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm doing this in preparation for a tournament that's coming up called the Back Bay Battle in February. And I need to get some practice. And so, who better than to help me out with that practice than the killer of the Hiller himself, Mr. Sylus Williams. So Sylus here is only 14 years old, if I'm correct. He won 6 out of 8 advanced tournaments last year.
7, yeah.
Podiumed the other 2.
Yep.
Then he also has podiumed in multiple MPO events already, though he's not accepting cash right now because he's looking to play AM or Junior Worlds. And he's 990 rated. So basically, I'm going to get slaughtered by somebody who's more than half my age. So yeah, but he will help me at least learn the course, so that's nice. So anyway, yeah, we're just gonna play from the red tees here because I will be playing both rounds from red tees for my division. He plays 1 round from red tees, so it's gonna help us both get some practice in. We're gonna keep it mostly casual, maybe throw multiple shots just to get the practice in. But yeah, let's do it, man.
Thank you. Yeah. So we're here at hole 1, Hiller Park, 160 feet. The basket is on a peninsula. You can lay up. If you hit the tree, you could pretty much bet you're going in the water. But if you don't, you're pretty much parked or you're going long. See how it plays out.
Let's see how it plays out, he says. All right, Yuli.
Right.
I look good. All right, so I'm gonna make some excuses right off the rip. First time playing this course, playing blind, it's windy. All right, just gotta get out the way. I gotta have some excuses.
That's the thing.
It's a touch low. All right, so now we're on hole 2. It's about 300 feet literally, but plays longer than that due to it being a big dog leg to the right. And we're gonna go ahead and let us take the box as he birdied the first hole. It says 2 inside. It's the same thing. It's Oz's fault. I followed him. Little skip shot.
Great shot.
Not bad. All right, so now we're at hole number 3. It's about 235, pretty much dead straight ahead. A little gap you can hit, or you can try to go over the top of these bushes on the left-hand side, I suppose. I'll probably try to just go more directly at it.
Great shot.
Park. Oh, what a roll. Still good.
Squeaked it in.
We got hole 4. It's about 310, kind of straight ahead, but definitely some guardian trees blocking the fairway there once you get about halfway up. So just gotta try to get one throwing those caps. Got up there.
Like circle.
Not bad. That's good.
So hole 5 here, about 190 feet. It's kind of not really a dog leg, but it's to the right a little, so it'll play really good for like a backhand turnover, forehand, or even a funnel would be good here. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna throw backhand turnover with a putter.
That's good.
A little long.
You like those? All right, so now we're on hole 6, which is our first and possibly only par 4 on the course. It's not that long. It's only about 350 to 400 feet, but it's very technical. This hole can actually be played 2 different ways due to this Mando tree that's directly behind me. Sometimes it'll call for you to be Mando left. Sometimes it'll call for you to be Mando right. It just depends on how you're playing it, if a tournament has a certain rule or whatever the case may be. I would say the right route is the longer route, but a little bit more open initially. The left route looks a little bit scarier, but it's a shorter path to the basket. So again, it depends on what route is getting played or what route you want to play if you're just out here casually.
We are going to play the right route today. So this plays really like 400 feet, and yeah.
As you can see, this hole is very easy.
I never.
So easy. That's surely it, right?
Yes.
We like that.
Perfect.
Slower so it doesn't go as far forward. Got it.
That's it.
That's it too. Is that a mid?
Equal.
Okay. I like overstable mid, it doesn't go as forward.
So pretty much this is your ideal position. This is where you want to be. You're gonna throw putter at it. Try to get close.
Oh!
How'd that almost go in? Pretty good shot.
So this is not fun at all. Just get me up there somewhere. It's not the skip I wanted. All right, so we're at hole 7 now. It's about 260 feet. It's a dog leg to the right. So the main route is just to kind of go forward with the big skipping forehand or maybe a big backhand turnover. Can't really see the basket. It's a blind shot in that way, but you'll see. After it skips, that's not a good sign.
That's your circle's edge tree.
Okay.
Yeah, hell like Firebird. Should be okay.
Putting.
Pump down there since it's a headwind. So pretty much like distance driver. So I'm gonna go destroyer here.
All right, so I found this ditch I didn't know about, but supposedly this is going to play as casual, so don't have to worry about it. You can either just take it from where it's at, or if it's surrounded by water, you can just take it back. So pretty easy. 609, 315 feet, dead straight ahead between these two trees. Road plays as OB on the left, sidewalk can play as a river for some people. Sometimes it's played as just casual. So, just gotta try to get something out there. I'm gonna try to go for a forehand.
That's ideal.
This is the dumb route that you should not take.
All right, show me the dumb route, Sylus. I'm definitely never taking that route. That's so ridiculous. That's parked. Alright, so now we're on hole 10. It's a short water carry directly off the tee. The basket's 310 feet away and it's elevated, but it does play a little bit longer than that because it is uphill. Also, depending on what you're playing, whether you're playing casual or a tournament, sometimes the sidewalk is OB and sometimes the road is OB, so just pay attention to your rule sheet. Also, sometimes this hole will play as an island, so you re-tee if you don't land in bounds, but that's just for certain tournaments where that rule is used. So play it however you want, depending on if you're playing casual or trying to challenge yourself.
Ruin.
Tailwind's just knocking me down from getting any height.
Should
Ugh.
be okay.
It's alright.
There you go.
This wind's insane, bro. This wind's insane.
Oh my god.
We're at hole 11, 335 feet, dead straight ahead. Baseball fence plays OB right, road plays OB left. There's also water in the center of the fairway. So a lot to worry about in this one.
Let's go. You're over.
So again, there is water, as you can see right here, that splits the fairway up. So it may be worth your while laying up here on the top of this hill if it's really windy to kind of just avoid going OB in the water and losing your disc because that water is pretty deep. I threw something really overstable and just barely got over the water, as you can see over there on the left-hand side, so I got kind of lucky. But definitely can be a very challenging hole in the wind. Alright, so now we're on hole 12. This is a very long par 3 at about 465 feet. You can see the basket dead straight ahead, but the ceilings are very low, so a very tough one to score on unless you somehow have a huge arm to go over the top or get some really good skips off the ground. So I will probably just be hoping I can get a par on this hole. Sylus may have other plans. He's got a bigger arm. We'll see.
This is serious.
By the way, I do want to apologize right now. I'm sure this wind is pretty bad. I'll try to edit it out as best I can, but it is like ridiculously windy today. I'm talking like at least 20-mile-per-hour winds with gusts getting up in the 30s. It's about the windiest they said they've ever really seen it out here, so we didn't really pick the best day for filming, unfortunately. And somehow it's always a headwind. It was a headwind last hole, it's a headwind again. How does that happen? We're going a different direction.
Skip. Skip. That's actually not bad over there.
That is the most overstable disc I have in my bag, and that headwind just heated it way way to the right. God dang.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at the wind pushing to the left. Oh, you got a tree.
Oh my god. So hole 13, 300 feet, par 3. Usually it's a huge headwind right now, so I'm gonna go probably overstable mid-range. So probably like 800 gator. Halo firework.
That's going in the water. Oh, it stopped.
Jeez. I think you're in.
I just don't have
No.
anything overstable. Trying to lay up. That's trying to lay up. That was just the wind blowing the disc. I just let it go. All right, so now we're on hole 14. It's about 230 feet. It's a giant elevated basket way just straight ahead. Bunch of different gats to choose from off the front of the tee, so just kind of pick your poison. And Sylus is still destroying me. I am very shocked by these developments. Here he goes.
Go Champ Rocket.
Good. Good. Good.
Wait.
Good. Good.
Here's another
Good
Not
shot.
too bad. White Sox love. All right, now I'll push my love. All right, so now we're at hole 15. This is the longest hole on the course. It's about 510 feet, dead straight ahead. You've got OB water kind of right off the front of the tee as well as to the left. Also, these tennis courts that are fenced in are going to be OB as well on the right-hand side of the fairway. So probably one of the most challenging holes on the course as far as distance, for sure, since it's still a par 3. And you still have to, hit a pretty good line to make sure you stay in bounds. So let's see what we can do here.
Charger.
Not close to pin high. It's way up there. All right, now we're on hole number 16. It's very low hole, about 340 feet literally, but the play's a good bit longer than that. This pitch early, right in front of the tee is going to be out of bounds, as well as an OB road deep in the basket. But we also got to contend with this little light pole here, I suppose. Kind of crazy little hat we have to hit, but pretty straightforward hole.
That's what you want.
All right, so now we're on hole 17. It's about 450 feet. You do have an OB splash pad over here, as well as an OB road on the right-hand side of the fairway. Otherwise, basket's right there in front of you, just a little bit to the right. Pretty straightforward shot. You know, and you can throw far, but I can't, so it's not straightforward. It's a straightforward par. Maybe, not in this one. You know, there's something really humbling about watching someone more than half your age throw about 200 feet further than you can. It's a bad feel.
Yeah, great shot.
Never really came out and get enough height. All right, so now we're at hole A, which sits between holes 17 and 18, and it will get used in tournament play at times. It's 270 feet straight ahead, tunnel shot. There is a ditch just 10 feet before the basket. It does kind of play as casual, but if you're surrounded by water or deep into the hole that's over there, that is considered OB, so it can be a little bit of a dice roll in that regard. But definitely a demanding shot that requires you to keep it really straight and accurate.
Doesn't want to do.
I think he's across.
Yeah, you're fine.
So we're up here to that ditch that I was talking about. You can see that the water gets really deep over here to the right-hand side as well as really far left. So that's what I mean by the ditch kind of plays as casual unless you're surrounded by water. But you can very easily be surrounded by water pretty much anywhere in this ditch unless you're like kind of just on the edge or on one of these rocks like dead center with the basket. So definitely a challenging hole. All right, so now we're at hole 18 after playing hole A. It's about 230 feet. You can see it pretty much straight ahead. There's a little gap here on the right-hand side over the white 18 sign you can play. There's also a crazy over-the-top shot that you could play. There is an OB deep row, but other than that, it's just about hitting the gap and getting up to the green.
There it is. Boop, boop, boop.
There you go. That's like hard.
That's good. So close.
All right, so now we're at hole number 19. It's about 250 to 260 feet. You can go straight through this gap right past the white tee, and it goes a little bit to the right. There's also a wide left gap. You have to play Mando left here, so you cannot go wide right.
Putter turnover. Gotta put it close.
Really good shot. Until that happened.
Really bad shot.
It was a good shot, and then things happened.
Mm-hmm.
Roxy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, so now we're at the final hole that'll be used in tournament layouts. This is going to be hole number 20. The basket's just off to the right about 285 feet. It is on like a little slope though, so definitely risk of rollaways.
Start.
Nah, just park.
Yup.
Just perfect. Slow down. Oh my goodness. You got about a 22 footer uphill.
That ditch isn't like OB or anything?
No, not for the tournament. It has been in the past, but
I feel like such a good throw too.
it really did. I see a lot of people take that route.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up here for our practice round at the Hiller. We basically played what the tournament layout usually is for this course. There are a few additional holes after the one that we play that you could come play for fun. They just don't really get used for tournaments, but sometimes they get used in like your local league and stuff like that. But anyway, it was great playing with Sylus here. Again, he's a very young up-and-coming talent, 990 rated, already has some wins under his belt, even in NPO. You know, and just a guy who's really on the way up, and I've been watching him play and shredding it over in my area in southern Alabama, and so it's kind of cool to finally get to come together and play. And any shout outs or anything you want to give before we wrap up?
Shout out Team Innova, Team Hiller. Totally love the course. It's really nice. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, it was really awesome. Of course, this is his home course, and he's kind of known as the killer from the Hiller, so it's kind of cool to get to learn from kind of one of the guys that really shreds this course, and you know, it's his home place to play. So lots of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time.